Jesus, Lord. Here in Round Lake Heights, Illinois, we're back when we originally started. You listen to ISD with Devonn.
I'm Pierce.
How you doing, bro?
I forgot to put deodorant on today.
Oh, really? How you feel?
Gross.
Pretty itchy?
I feel pretty gross. I mean, nothing's happened yet, but like just knowing that it's going to happen.
Yeah,
you know?
100%.
So if it starts smelling, I do apologize.
It's all good, bro. It's that impending hug you feel like that's coming.
Exactly.
And then somebody you know you musty, man. Well, I will say this, feels great to be back home to where we originally started at. If you know us and you know our story, we originally started here at this station with 98.3 WRLR. You'll see these pictures later up on our Instagram. At WRLR, we started the station. We left there. We went to LCB, which is currently located in Fox Lake, but then they made the full circle move back here. So I think karma is real and everything works out for a reason. So I'm grateful for it, and I'm happy to be back.
Oh yeah, I'm glad I'm back here too. One, it's nicer.
Yeah.
Bigger area. I mean, it's just all around a better station for us. I feel a lot more comfortable here.
Oh, 100%. So, all right, guys, on the agenda today, first thing we got is our interview with our main man, the best dancer in Lake County, Devonn Dose. Big shout out to Dose. He should be here very soon. We're going to get him on the air for a few minutes. And then at 6 p.m., we got the man, the myth, the legend, Darnell Rios, Zion Hall of Fame. I love Rios to death. He's one of the coolest guys I've ever met. If you're from Lake County area, you know Rios without a doubt, no matter where you're from. So, happy to have that. First thing we're going to start out with positive news right off the bat is that A$AP Rocky is free. Free man.
Yes. About
time. He sat there for a while, bro.
Yeah, he was in there for a couple weeks.
Yeah. For no reason.
I mean, what was it, Sweden?
Sweden.
I mean, those are nice jails. So.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah, it's not. No one wants to be in jail, period.
Yeah, especially in a foreign country.
Yeah.
Can't imagine.
And you're rich, and you're notable American. That's super shaky business, 100%. So, all right, guys. Next thing we got now. I've made this point to really talk about the power of the arts. A pilot study led by the University of Washington Research explored art-based mindfulness activities that schools can use to reduce headaches, a common side effect of stressed adolescent girls. After 3 weeks of twice-weekly mindfulness and art therapy sessions, the girls reported experiencing significantly fewer headaches. At the beginning of the study, the girls reported 7.38 headaches on average within the previous 2-week period. At the end of the study, that number had dropped to 4.63, almost a 40% decrease. This drop remained even 7 weeks after the study had ended. The researchers published their findings in the art journal Art Therapy. I think that's super dope because a lot of people don't put a lot of value in the arts, but I think the arts is it's the most invaluable thing on the planet.
Oh, 100%. I was amazed when, schools would cut like music or art classes because that just seems so vital, to let kids have an avenue to kind of express themselves, in ways that make it easier for them, than talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's awesome that they're using art as a way to kind of cure almost like just physical pain. You know what I'm saying? And I also think it's really cool how I think recently, and when I say recently, I mean in these past few years, art has been used more so as a medicine in a sense to kind of cure a lot of different things than just regular pills, that people are given shoved down their throats. You know what I'm saying? That they don't even want to take because they feel like they're not fully them.
Right.
You feel me? But then when there's natural ways to kind of deal with these things, and there's so much evidence showing how much it works, it's kind of like a breath of fresh air. It's like, oh man, that's amazing that you can now start kind of looking towards natural ways to start curing kind of a couple of different diseases, not diseases, but just the small conditions exactly.
Yeah.
So we can start using art and stuff like that to kind of start helping people, and that's just really awesome to hear. But I think everyone should kind of, even if you're not, I feel like a lot of people might get discouraged because, they're not the next, Picasso, or, you're not the next Beyonce, whatever the case is. But just because you may not be on that level yet, you also got to understand a lot of these people took years to get to where they're at. Mm-hmm. So don't get discouraged because I guarantee they weren't amazing when they first started either. But I think a lot of people, when they see that and they try it out themselves and it's not what they think it's going to be, then they're just it's not for me, I'm not going to do it, you know, and that really hurts. But I think everyone can learn from just kind of put whatever down, even if it's not the best picture in the world, put it down there, if it's not the best poem, write it down, because it's going to help, you're going to get better, and it's going to overall just make you a better person, I feel like, happier person, healthier person.
It is, and I think that the arts are severely misunderstood here in society today because there's a lot of here in society we always have to put monetary value on things. Some art you can monetize on, some you can't. Artists and musical artists, things like that, and painters, they monetize it, but there's no immediate money right away. It's not like you just start being an artist, I'm gonna get paid right away. No, not every artist gets paid. Whereas you go
a lot of them don't. A lot of them don't make a lot of money.
Exactly.
At all.
And that's why people lose a lot of faith in it, which I can kind of understand because you have bills to pay for and things like that. But that really weeds out those who don't do it because they love it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going in it purely for money reasons, I mean, I'm sure there's some people that have done it for money reasons and have been successful, and maybe that's cool, But a lot of people, I mean, it's not a quick big money thing to get into. I mean, a lot of actors like me, I like to act and stuff, and I know that, I mean, yeah, you can make money doing it, and I've gotten paid from things I've done before. Is it a lot? No, not at all. But there's been times, possibly even years, where you kind of have to struggle just to kind of get by day to day, just so you can do what you love. Because a lot of the times, like you said, like you're not really getting a lot of money for these performances you're putting on, or these pieces you're creating. More so, it's just kind of so you can work on your craft and get to a level to where you can start getting paid for that. But everyone has to, for the most part, start kind of on the low end, not really making money, and you have to do it purely out of the love of doing it, not because of the money you're making. And like you said, a lot of people kind of get discouraged and they're like, no, this is going to work out for me. And if money is a big reason why you're doing these things, and it's probably not the right reasons. You're probably not in the right field for you.
Not even a little bit. That. And one thing, when I was at Complex Con, shout out to Complex Edition. Those are my boys. They brought up a good point to say, and a lot of people said this: if you're doing something you chase the money, even if you're gonna feel empty at the end, because one, you might not get it. Two, if you get that money, you didn't really value the journey once you actually had. So you're gonna have that empty feeling anyway.
Exactly. Yeah. 100%.
So, our advice to everybody is chase your dreams, no matter what, as long as you can. Obviously, don't be silly about it.
Yeah.
But
the money will come.
Yes.
The money will come as long as you work on your craft every day. And you're just constantly trying to better yourself. The money will be there, but it's not going to be right away. And like I said again, for some people it is there right away. You may make one song and that song just happens to pop off, and you're a superstar. Yeah, it happens, but it's definitely not every day. But you just got to stay determined. Don't get discouraged. And don't look at other people's success or the art that they're making and then get kind of like get down on yourself. If anything, use it as motivation.
Yeah.
If you see someone successful doing the same thing you're doing, let that push you. Let that make you want to grind that much more. Instead of feeling like, I can't make it because they're already there or whatever the case is. Just stay motivated and keep pushing because everything that you want is going to be there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, next and final thing we got. 2 California professors built seesaws on the border of the U.S. Mexico border.
I saw that.
I have mixed feelings about it. I'm going to go and finish what I got down here. The names of the professors are Rhonda Vielle and Virginia Salfratello. Now, on Vielle's Instagram, part of his caption says, "One of the most incredible experiences of my and Virginia's career is bringing life to the conceptual drawing of the teeter-totter wall from 2009 in an event filled with joy, excitement, togetherness at the border wall. The wall became a literal fulcrum for U.S.-Mexico relations, and children and adults were connected in meaningful ways on both sides, with the recognition that actions that take place on one side have a direct consequence on the other side." It's dope, honestly. I think it's amazing. I think it's a really cool idea. It also kind of puts things in perspective for you about like the big shadow over the border wall, how we have just this big divide in between 2 different countries, and then everything that goes on with immigration and all the other stuff like that,
Yeah, I mean, I think, you are right. It kind of, that kind of puts in perspective like how kind of stupid it is, but I think it's awesome just because, one, it shows that U.S., the U.S. side and the Mexico side is, it's not different whatsoever. Honestly, I think a lot of the times, like, people think that, everyone on the other side, hates us, or vice versa. But it's really, if you think about it, I feel like it's almost like, it's politics.
Yeah.
It's politics that they hate each other, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like the people, like, we're just people. And that's everywhere. Like, you got French people, like, they're just kids are kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, at the end of the day, like, we're all people. We all enjoy the same stuff.
Yeah.
But if you were to just get your information off, the news and stuff like that, you would think everybody is, hates us or everyone's completely different, but it really isn't like that. And I think this is an awesome way to kind of show, especially for kids, it's like, yo, like, we both like having fun. Like, we're not much different at all. You know what
we're
I'm
all
saying?
human.
Exactly. At the end of the day, and I think this is a great way to show that and kind of just take down all the negativity that we see, and just kind of show that we're, at the end of the day, we're the same thing.
Yep.
You know?
No matter what. So, one final thing I want to say before we go into the song: if you follow us on Twitter, I don't even know if I can say this word on the internet. If you follow, if you follow us on Twitter, well, I'm gonna find out the hard way. If you follow us,
I don't think you could say it.
I think
you could say it.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it's a racist slur.
It was definitely a racist slur.
You can't say it. You can't say it.
If you guys listen to us faithfully, last week we posted, we made a talking point about reverse racism.
Yes.
And how black people can be racist against other races, specifically white people, because that happens a lot.
Yes.
Now, I will say this. The contextual example that I used was I was apparently misinformed on, and I apologize. If you guys need background, apparently it's New York City.
Yes.
These cops were walking, and people were dumping buckets of water on them. And the cops were standing there doing nothing. And in the video, the lady is yelling, F the police, yada, yada, yada. You saw the video.
Yeah, I saw the video.
So I took it as, wow, that's crazy. I had you turn around and jawed him or arrested him or whatever, he would be the issue.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there thinking, like, if he did that like a regular person, then he's the bad guy. We'll call cops a racist, who out the bin. But any regular person would have beat the brakes off you.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
100%.
I found out the long way around that actually that's a thing in New York City, that they have water fights with the police to bridge the community, which is super dope.
Yeah.
That's super dope. The issue with it is that when I put that video up on Twitter, and here's the thing about social media, they will take anything you say, they will twist it, make it however they want to see it,
Yeah.
and only see one opinion.
Exactly.
Even though I explained it multiple times.
They just refuse. They don't care what you say. It's like, we said it in the video.
Yeah.
I don't care. You can't change your opinion now.
I know, right? Like, I can't grow, educate, or anything like that. Not that I was wrong. I wasn't wrong. In my opinion, I wasn't wrong. Even though that's relative to the person. We were called...
Well, we were wrong in how we were describing the water and the cops and everything.
Correct.
But that aspect, we were wrong.
But the big picture?
Yeah.
We were wrong when I was talking about racism. And I tell you now, the things we got called on Twitter, I don't even know if I can repeat them on air.
Definitely not. Not all of them.
No. I'm really trying to find a way to say it without saying it.
You can't.
Oh, yes, I can. We were called boons with the C instead of a B.
Okay.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Does that work? Is that okay?
That's fine.
That's
okay,
fine.
but I can't say that word, can I?
No.
I don't know.
I don't
know?
think you can say that word.
Well, if you're going to say raccoons.
Oh, yeah, raccoons without the RA. That's what they call
There
us.
you go.
There you go.
They called us raccoons without the RA. Yeah, plenty of times. By our own people. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate that.
I'm Chris.
Chris, oh, wow. My bad.
Mixing up the bosses.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, guys. Make sure you get you guys your boss's name right all the time. So, yeah, definitely. They called us raccoons without the RA plenty of times. Let me see if I can read some of them, if I can. And it's just crazy to me. When I told you that, what was your first reaction?
I laughed. I did. I mean, I don't know. I guess was their reasoning, you know, like that black people like can't be racist and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't see how that's possible. You know, I feel like, and it doesn't necessarily like I've never seen the arguments. You know, how can someone that's oppressed be racist against the oppressor? Like, okay, I guess I can understand that, but it's not even just a white and black thing. Like, there's so many different races out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? And everybody can be racist to any race. It doesn't really matter. I feel like that's just, I don't know, an excuse to be racist in a sense. And maybe I don't know. I just feel like it's hard. You can't sit here and say you can't be racist, but then start saying racist things and think it's gonna be okay. You know, not that they were, or black people do say it all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But everyone can be racist. It doesn't necessarily. It's not even black and white. That's not the end of racism. You know what I'm saying? There's Asian people, Mexican people. There's so many people. Like, so, I think black people can easily be racist to Mexican people, just like Mexican people can be racist to like Asian people, and Asian people can be racist to white people, and it goes all around. You know, so there's no like, well, this group's okay. This group's okay and that group's okay, but everyone else, you know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me, personally.
And the thing that bothers me the most about it, and I was talking to someone on Twitter about it in depth while we were messaging about it in a respectful way, so I do appreciate that. He was explaining to me, like I say, the definition of racism, how it came from our oppressors, they treat us like this for no reason, which is all true. But my thing is, like as you said, you can still be racist because if I go and I say something about a white person based off their skin, or assume something of them because of their skin, or I say they're going to do this because of that skin color, that's still racist. I'm still stereotyping them. Yeah. Some people treat people differently because of their race. That's still racism, regardless if the roles were flipped 100,000 years ago and it was black people treating white people bad or whichever. That's still racism at the end of the day. It doesn't matter where it started. I get where it started, but in this case, it's still happening. And it's still racism against that. I just feel we kind of have a victim mentality a little bit, and we're not taking responsibility for things that we're doing and what we're saying. We're saying, oh, we can do this because they did that. We it's not us. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. The part that really kills me, though, is the people who don't understand. It's just funny to me. I was
like they don't understand our side.
Correct, and a lot of it was black people. Yeah. Like a lot of them were making fun of me. Here's one. The sad part is he is serious and don't even know what the F he's talking about. You gotta delete this ish. Matter of fact, just shut it all down. Yo, delete this kid. The big picture is a narrative needs to be shifted towards the actual predators. Race soldiers posing as killing black people with impunity. White supremacist terrorists committing mass shooting of black people criminalized enough in the media. At that point, I understand to a certain extent. That anybody can be racist take is rudimentary. If you contextualize it in today's society, you'd be insane to believe that black people are superior to any other race. Correct. Duh. Like, no, everyone's equal. I don't get that. So it's a lot of stuff. Let me see. I'm glad to see someone have this conversation. So some was positive, a lot of it.
Yeah, I saw some positive responses and some negative responses. I mean, you're gonna get those, but I mean, I still stand by what I think, and I've had conversations with plenty of other people about this. You know, they've agreed with me. You know. But you're not gonna get everyone to agree with you, and I understand that. But I don't know. I just still think anybody can be racist towards anybody, and again, it doesn't have to be black and white. You know, I feel like a lot of the people are coming from just like a purely black and white perspective. You know, like black people can't be racist towards white people, and you know, I can understand some of the arguments they make. You know, and I'd love to have a conversation, actually sit down and have one-on-one. Mm-hmm. You know, and so we can have and actually have these conversations, and that'd be great. And you know, I guess if any of them were ever in the area, we could have that conversation. I don't know, but yeah, I still think that. I mean, like I said, it's not just black and white. There's so many other races out there. You know,
we just use this as an example.
Exactly. So I mean, again, and you know, we've come so far. I mean, it's 2019. Everyone always wants to talk about equality and everything like that, but then we're not equal at the same time. Like everyone's equal, but then, you know, some people think that they're better than the others, and some people think they're better than the others. So what is it? Like, are there levels to it? Which one's on top? Because everyone's going to think that their race is on top.
Yep.
Like, no one's going to be like, oh, no, yeah, they're better than us. No. Of course, everyone's going to think they're on top. But at the end of the day, I think we're all human beings, you know?
100%.
And if you're going to treat someone differently because of their skin color, whether that's letting them in somewhere, not letting them do something, or talking down on them, or assuming something about them because of their skin color, that's racist. I just think that is. That's just me, though.
Yeah. It's very racist.
Yeah.
So,
but we could definitely agree to disagree if it comes down to that. I still have no hard feelings for nobody out there.
100%. I don't either, guys. We're going to have call-ins pretty soon here. So now when we make opinions like this, you guys can call in and tell us how you really feel.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to look forward to it.
Yeah.
And for all you guys watching this on Twitter, I hope that all you guys can comment and then come back to me so I can actually understand where you guys come from and actually listen.
Exactly. Because especially if we're ever wrong in anything, and I've said this before, but if I'm wrong in whatever I'm saying, and if someone comes giving me the correct information, I have no problem switching my, opinion on that, because I have the correct information. Now, I'm not one to just be like, no, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But if you can show me proof, examples, this and that, and I have zero problems changing my opinion on whatever it is that we're talking about. So I'd love to, if we're wrong and someone knows the facts, let me know.
Yep.
Let me know. I'd love to know them.
100%. It's just funny because my friend was telling me, he was saying how that was a Facebook video, not a Twitter video, because he knew exactly what was going to happen. But my feelings are like, and he didn't mean that in a bad way.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I can see that.
But my thing is like, the conversation will happen regardless. People are going to feel how they feel. People are tougher on Twitter because nobody really knows each other on Twitter.
Yeah, everyone's just talking big.
On Facebook, everybody knows everybody on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. Regardless, the conversation is going to be had. I'm going to say how I feel, what I want to say, no matter what. So, guys, again, we love to have a conversation. Please educate us if we are wrong. So, next thing you guys got, we got Dose coming. It should be here in about 10 minutes. We are going to play another song, and then after that, we'll be right back to the ad break. Thank you guys so much for listening to 1.5 WLCB. Just to revisit it, to kind of hash what we said, the gentleman I was speaking to on Twitter past week was specifically saying, quote, with the whole racism thing, I'm not in total agreeable that it doesn't make the situation better. I'm just saying I don't necessarily agree that black folks can be racist, being how racism came about and the true essence of what it actually is. Like when we say certain-ish, it usually is in retaliation of what has happened to us and not just because their skin is white. It's from rage. On the other hand, they see our skin and don't like us based solely on that. We have programmed notion and judgment based on that. But see, if it's out of complete anger and you're still saying racist things, that's still racist.
Yeah.
It's like saying a mean thing. Like you could really flip it and use that same exact way. It's like me saying something really mean in a nice tone of voice. It's still really mean for me to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No matter where it comes from, no matter how I deliver it, it's still mean.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what. So I reply to him. But as black people, bro, we say white people jokes. We're all guilty of it. We have said.
And I don't necessarily think that making jokes about certain people is racist. I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. But I mean, when you're saying something like mean because of their skin color, that's racist. You know what I'm saying? Like for anybody, it doesn't matter. I don't know. That's just me though.
Well, so you don't feel like the jokes are racist? I always thought the jokes were racist.
It depends on what the joke's like. If it's comedians making a joke about black people, then he makes a joke about white people, then Mexican people,
it's cool.
I'm black. It's a joke.
Right.
You know, like jokes. I don't necessarily think jokes have to be 100% PC all the time. Like jokes are jokes. If it's a good joke, it will make you laugh at like things that you wouldn't necessarily laugh at. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're at a funeral and like your friend just makes a joke to you just to kind of take the load off a little bit and you laugh, like is that wrong that you laugh because of the situation you're in? Like no, like you're just trying to ease the situation. You feel me?
Okay, that makes sense. I also think it comes from, like I said, where it's coming from.
Yeah, of course,
you know?
yeah.
So I replied to him and I said, as black people, we say certain jokes, we're all guilty of it. We have said that stuff and discriminated against white people. I haven't discriminated against I don't discriminate against white people. People do it. We treat them different. It's true, bro. Even though the origin is different, the intent is still the same. We put it off as jokes and say, y'all did so much, so take it. When you see white people based off their skin do the same thing, we say, oh, he's quote unquote a school shooter, or she's got a mixed kid haircut. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
I do feel that the energy is the same. So when people argue, I don't understand the argument.
Yeah, I really don't understand it personally. And so, like I said again, maybe I'm sure certain people that were talking to you on Twitter grew up in different areas and have experienced different things. Maybe it's the experiences that we've had that have kind of just helped that let us have different opinions on things. You know, and like I said before, I'd love to have these conversations with people face to face and just talk so I can just understand where they're coming from. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because it's honestly really hard to have a nice civil conversation on the internet.
It is. 100%.
You know, especially if you're just getting ganged up on and stuff like that. Because it wasn't that you weren't willing to like learn and have your opinion changed. It was just that everyone was just kind of like
ignorant. I'm not talking about you ignorant, calling me a raccoon without the RA.
Exactly.
Saying I'm pander to a white
exactly. So, which I just don't. I mean, like I said again, I don't understand it. But if someone could just let me know, inform me on it, I'd love to learn. You know, every conversation doesn't have to have negativity into it. Like if you feel like someone's ignorant towards a certain topic, then instead of just trying to humiliate them and try to just crack jokes, like inform them. Like not everyone knows what you know. So inform people. Don't make people feel less than because they know something that they don't know. That doesn't help anybody at all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You should spread the knowledge instead of keeping it to yourself.
100%. All right, moving on from that, guys. One thing I want to talk about, Chance the Rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like his album?
It was alright.
I feel the same.
For a debut album, personally for me, for his debut album, that was debut quotes. I mean everything else was mixtapes. But
sorry if you guys hear hammer in the background. We got some construction going on.
Yeah, we're still.
That was the last one.
The studio, but next week.
Next week.
But I did hear it, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed since it was his debut album.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely thought he'd go a little bit harder on it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was so hyped. He was making such a big deal about it, and everyone was just kind of waiting on it. I mean, it should have came out so long ago. But either way, it was cool. Like there's some songs that I was bobbing my head to, and I downloaded Get a Bag, I think. Mm-hmm. And then I already had Groceries downloaded on my phone and stuff like that. And like I said, they're not amazing songs, but they're just something nice to listen to, just kind of throw on and just get in a good mood. So that's cool. But yeah, I was a little disappointed I was just expecting a little bit more from Chance when it comes to his debut album. I know I'm not the only person that feels this way. But like I said, it's not horrible either. Like, it's not the worst thing I've heard in the world. But from coming from an artist like that, you kind of expect more, a little bit more. You know, I feel like production could have been a little bit heavier. You know, more lyricism. You know, but I'm interested to see how he's gonna come back next. You know, I don't think he's declined as an artist at all. You know, I still think he has the talent he had when he was making his mixtape way back in the day. So I kind of would like to see him not necessarily go back to that sound, because everyone grows and everyone changes as a person as they get older. But it would be kind of nice to see if he would kind of put more of that type of energy and that style and that sound together, you know?
100%. I thought the album was pretty good. I thought it was okay. One thing I will say, though, that's really kind of bothering me is that everyone is kind of coming at Chance for negativity. They're all coming at Chance for positivity. They're all coming at him, all kinds of crazy, saying kind of wild stuff. Like, you know, they're kind of making fun of him for him talking about his wife and talking about his life, how happy he is with his kids. And it's kind of crazy how in rap music and really in hip hop, we sit there and we promote negativity and people shooting up things. And I'm one of them, because I love Maxo Cream's album. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit there and diss Chance because he's making songs about his wife and his kids and be happy. You know what I'm saying? That's really corny to me how they counted for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and maybe that's just what's popular nowadays. But yeah, I mean, there's plenty of rappers that kind of have positive messages in their songs and just kind of get put off as corny or lame. But it's like, what do you want them talking about? You know, like Chance is obviously happy in his life. I mean, he's got his kid, his family's going well, I mean, he's successful. So why would you not want them to talk about that? You know, I kind of expect artists to talk about whatever they're going through in their life at the moment. And clearly his life is better from what it was back in the day. So, I mean, what subjects do you want him to talk about that he possibly might not even be experiencing at this point, you know? Like, let the man grow. Like, I mean, I think the best artists can grow and change their subject matter through time. I mean, Jay-Z's not talking about the same stuff he was talking about when he was younger. You know, I wouldn't want that from him. That'd be weird. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't want that because I wouldn't even necessarily believe him. It's like, are you really doing that at that age? No, you're not. You feel me? So talk about what you're talking about, and I can't get mad at him for being happy and wanting to talk about it. So I mean, I'm glad that he loves his wife and his family. So I don't see how that's corny.
It's not corny at all. One, art is relative to the person. So what you might think is good, but to sit here and knock somebody for being happy is like ridiculous. So
that's what I'm saying.
All right, guys, we got Dose in the building. We're gonna play a song. We'll be right back to one of the best interviews of the year gonna go down. Right now, we got Mac Miller. God is set fire for being late.
Right.
The man, the legend, Dose. How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling great. Feeling real good, man. I'm blessed to be here.
Beautiful, bro. It's good to have you.
Appreciate it.
How you feeling right now?
Feeling great. Feeling blessed. I've been doing really good, man, with a whole lot of dancing going on.
I've seen.
What I always been wanting to do, you know, so I'm feeling real good. I'm loving the energy.
That's what's up, bro. What got you into dancing?
No lie, I bet. I was watching a Marion video, right? I'm like, I want to say like 6, 7, no lie.
Right.
And I've always been like just naturally good at dancing. And I just always been just doing it around the crib and everything, you know. And I'm seeing the video and he's like dancing to the girl. It was the Touch video.
Okay.
And I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get like that. Like, I'm trying to get some shorties. They love people that can dance, obviously. So that's my thought, right? So I'm like, bet I'm finna start dancing. I go to this party and there's like this dance competition. And I instantly hop in the circle.
Yeah.
Going crazy. All the girls going crazy. All the girls turning up, you feel me? They hyping me up. And I'm like, yo, like, bet. I felt that vibe and I'm like, yo, I'm always trying to feel that. You feel me? That's that love from everybody. Not just females, that's what like pushed it, but it was just like from everybody. Yeah. Feeling that love. And I just like felt that energy from the beginning. I'm like, yo, I can really do something. Put smiles on people's faces with this, and I appreciate that.
That's what's up. You know, the best dancers are actually athletes. And we grew up with you.
Yeah.
And we knew you were an athlete, you and your brother. What sports did you play?
Growing up, I did football, I did track, basketball, like in middle school, freshman year, but like, I was just like a defensive player, so I wasn't like really all that. But did football. Football was definitely where it was like really drawing me to be like pushing myself as an athlete. I actually like everybody else in playing football. I actually had dreams of going to the league. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So I really like worked out like every summer, like with Rios. He's about to be pulling up here in a little bit.
Rios.
Me and him were like literally every summer just working out, just trying to get like really better, just forcing my body to just really train myself to really go harder because I really want to do something with it, you know. So football was definitely like one of the best things that ever happened. For real, it just taught me a whole lot of discipline.
That's what's up, man. Now, what is one thing that dancing has taught you though? Like something you didn't know when you started dancing, you started performing more. What's something that you really took away from?
That's a good question. I want to say all like the hard work behind it. Like you could be good at dancing, of course. You can have rhythm and everything, but trying to actually like get technique and get like good musicality and everything, you really have to like really get yourself in a dungeon, like really just dance all day. So the dedication part really like it showed me that like yo, you really, if that's what you want to do, you really gotta like discipline yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier today. You just gotta keep working.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
With anything in the arts. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So
Facts.
What was the hardest thing for you?
Actually stepping out and like going to achieve it. Like again, so I always be dancing, but I always kept it like a secret kind of thing. Like everybody knew I danced, but like I would just focus on being an athlete, you feel me? So I'd be playing football, I was just like, yo, I want people to realize and know me as a football player. But
I just heard something, I thought I could hear that in the background.
And so yes, I wasn't really like dancing in public like that. So it was just like a force for me. Like this felt kind of weird stepping out the first time to actually go out and do it, to see if I could get that reaction again from when I was a kid.
Right.
So that was really kind of tough for me stepping back out and doing it in public eye, like letting people see me and everything.
Now you brought up Omarion.
Yeah.
Who else are your inspirations for dancing?
Michael Jackson, of course. Marion, Chris Brown, definitely like the GOAT. And
Chris Brown the GOAT?
Chris Brown, definitely the GOAT. As far as dancing?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I give you that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see Mike on any back from this, so I give you that.
Just be Mike and Chris Brown up top though? Or?
Yeah.
Honestly,
Mike.
Who else?
Mike.
I mean, I think Chris is better. I mean, yeah,
I
because like I said,
agree.
Mike's not doing flips.
Mike's not doing back.
No, he was doing moonwalks.
Chris is
strictly
different.
moonwalks.
Like that's really
Yeah.
just, like he's cold, man, for real. And I don't know, he was Vine famous, Michi, the one that really hit them folks. Yeah. Bro, is like I seen his videos, and that's what really made me want to start doing videos again.
Yeah.
Cause he was getting like mad exposure on Vine and everything, and I'm like, yo, like this is how I dance. Like this style is like we got the same style and everything. And I'm like, he's getting this exposure. I'm trying to do that too. I'm trying to get that love too. You feel me? So
I'm sorry.
no, you go ahead.
That's really good, bro. Now, is there a specific type? Jesus.
Go ahead.
A specific type of music you like to dance to?
Hip hop, of course, but I've really been falling in love with like lo-fi hip hop, like real like low.
I thought it was lo-fi.
Lo-fi.
Yeah,
Lo-fi.
Yeah,
Damn,
lo-fi.
I'm so sorry. They gonna come at me now.
Yeah.
But lo-fi, yeah, I've really been falling in love with that mellow, that smooth vibe. You feel me? It really like it gives me that patience to like find more moves within my dancing. So I'm digging that.
I love lo-fi hip hop.
Yeah.
You put that on whenever, and you get chill.
I've had it on. I heard it's like one of the most streamed things on YouTube. Like it's one of the most played things out there.
Yeah, they have like just like
It's live,
radio stations that display it
It just
constantly.
keeps going and going and going. I've heard it a few times. I never sat down and listened to the whole thing though. Is it just one beat or it's a different?
No, like it's just like a mix of a bunch of different stuff. I mean, I'm sure it changes every once in a
It's
while.
like a minute beat.
Yeah.
Just switch.
And
Like
it's
different
different stuff. I mean, it's cool though. Like, really love it.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So now, in terms of dancing, how far do you want to go with this?
As I really want to be like, it's crazy to say. I really like, and this is like facts. You know, I say this. I got it on my phone every day. I say to myself, I really want to be one of like the greatest entertainers when it comes to dancing. So I want to take it as far as like, as anybody's ever done anything with dancing before. Like I'm trying to do, like longevity. I want to do like plays within dancing. So it's not like gonna be a musical. It's gonna be like a dancing kind of play kind of thing.
Kind of like
And just entwine that with the play kind of.
like ballet in a sense, but not ballet. Because you know how like they tell stories with the dance and everything like that. But you want to do your own way. 100%. That'd be dope. Honestly, that'd be crazy cool.
So that's really what I'm trying to do. And just like for now, just like performing, man. I love performing. I love being on stage. And getting that out, pushing that out to let people see like, yeah, I can do videos, but I'm a lot better in person. You should really come to these shows.
It's entertainer, not just dancing. I mean, every time like I'll be at parties or whatever, and I see those come through, like everyone's vibe changes the minute he walks through the door because everyone knows he's just gonna turn it up, and he does. Like from when he's there to when he leaves, it's crazy. Like he's always the face of the party every time.
Appreciate that for real.
I remember when we went up at that thing in Milwaukee, that New World Order thing.
Oh, whoa,
Yo,
yeah.
swear to God. Yo, this is crazy. You know, only dancer I ever know was killing it, hitting all kinds of moves and didn't crease his ones.
I had to
Really?
Didn't crease his ones at all. He was hitting all kinds of steps, bro. Didn't crease them at all.
That's
Nothing.
That's talent, right?
All in the knees,
That's-
bro.
I'm like on my toes, like, you know what I mean? Moonwalking and shit.
Yeah.
Man. It was lit though, man.
That's crazy.
It's just a vibe I get, man. I hear music and it's just like, boom. I don't know, man. It's so hard to really like explain it. Like I just get in tune with the music. I don't even gotta know the song. You feel me? I just
Right.
go with whatever I feel.
You just gotta cut your brain off.
Pretty
You
much.
just gotta let it flow.
Pretty much. And I'm just like, God got me at that point. Like
Yeah.
it's not even me.
Like it's autopilot, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, he called the Holy Ghost. Legit.
Yeah.
But
Now, what is the biggest challenge for you? Like, what's one thing you're like, you love dancing and you love entertaining, you love performing. What's one thing you just, that comes with it that you're just like, I hate that I do?
I just get like, I want to say not like nervous, but just like I get overly excited.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'll be doing a move, I'll be transitioning to a move, and I'll stop it because I'm trying to do something else,
Mm-hmm.
and like I'll throw myself off beat a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if nobody realizes it, but it's just like I just know I could be a lot smoother. I just know I don't know if that's just my like competitive edge I have in myself, but I just know I could be a lot better and I could feel myself doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Just being way too quick with it, but it's like, you know, just pace. It
Yeah.
could be a lot smoother, you feel me? So
I mean, that probably just kind of comes with time, you know, as you kind of progress as an entertainer, like you kind of learn how to like just kind of breathe in a sense, you know, and just kind of take it a little bit slower. But to us, it's going to seem like it's coming like fast, but to you, it's going to be completely different feeling.
I feel
But I guarantee you, nobody notices like when you like mess up like that.
Right.
I know.
I don't either. I think it's all natural.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I've been freestyling. Like I said, I've been through how to dance, so I've been freestyling everything.
Mhm.
You feel me? Like, this is probably my first time actually doing choreography, putting something down was when I was with me and Monty. We was at Summerfest when I performed with him. We had a whole like choreography set, practicing for like months for it. And that was like the first time I actually like dialed in and really did choreography. But everything's been freestyle from there on out.
Were there any challenges with that kind of like transition from just going from straight freestyle to trying to get like a choreography set up?
Yeah, hell yeah. Just because it's like you have to remember the moves.
Yeah.
It's important.
I'm so ready to just do my own thing, just like it, whatever comes to me, do that.
Gotta watch your language, bro.
Oh, my fault.
It's
my
all
fault,
good.
man.
It's
My
all
bad.
No worries, it's happening.
Yeah, trust me.
It's just like I just like going with what comes with it. So it's just I hate when I have to like go and repeat and build something. But I learned to enjoy it though because it helps me as a dancer now. So like when I freestyle, it's really like move just coming off bad because I can like remember what I did.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
Now talk about Summerfest. Is that the biggest platform you've been on?
absolutely, absolutely, man. Shout out to DJ Mono, man. For real, for real. It definitely gave me like the opportunity to really showcase what y'all been talking about, like back home when I'm at parties and everything, like just getting that love. It really gave me the opportunity to really show the love that I could give off of my dancing and everything. And then just give that energy on stage. And I was on stage, but I probably had like chills the whole time I was on stage. Like it felt so surreal because I never thought I'd be like in front of that much people.
Yeah.
It was like 15,000 people. 15,000 people.
15,000.
That's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
It was so crazy.
That's nuts. I was at Summerfest. I didn't know you were there. Were you Saturday or Sunday?
We performed July 2nd. That was a Tuesday.
That was a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know Summerfest was that long. I thought it was only a weekend.
Mm.
I'm thinking complex time. My fault. For sure. All right, guys. We are going to take a quick. All right, man. As we wrap up, man, why don't you tell about any upcoming shows and gigs you got?
So performing.
Saturday,
You know what I mean? We have Saturday at the Turner Hall in Milwaukee. That's like a big, it's our third annual festival for it. It's huge, so y'all should definitely pop out. I know we have Freak Fest coming up in October. Have a couple shows at the Majestic in Madison also. So I will release those dates on my social media and everything, so y'all should just be following up on that. Because I really want y'all to come to these shows, man. Like I said, it's entertaining. It's not just a regular show where you get there, people just standing on stage, you feel me? Like, you're really doing something.
Yeah.
For real, for real.
As support, man, where are your social medias at? Give everybody that.
You can follow me on Instagram at Dance for Dose, Dance #4 Dose DOS, and also on my Twitter as well. So first of all, I had my Twitter for a while and it got it got suspended, so I had to make a new Twitter. So I got to really like follow me. Right? And that's at Love LUVWDOS Dose. Love you Dose. At Love you Dose.
I ain't gonna lie, you got kind of a Chris Michaels voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Michael B. Jordan face.
I get tired of that so much. I don't even see it. Not at all. I do not look like Michael B. Jordan for real.
I can take your glasses off. Yeah,
I can see the resemblance
I can
a little
see
bit. I mean, you're not like a twin,
See,
Nah.
but I can see this little bit here and there.
see,
If you take your glasses off,
That's a compliment, though.
it is. I
That
mean,
thing,
it's not an ugly
do
thing.
I like for real?
Yeah,
Slightly.
Slightly. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Slight.
He said, "Do I?"
Like 15%. 15%.
Yeah.
So nothing to it.
That's it. Though. I mean, bro, he's not pop though. You know what I'm saying?
No, I
That's
know. You feel me?
Are you saying that you're popped? Or
No,
are you trying to say
I'm just saying I'm not that though. Like, you feel me? I'm never pop. I'm just saying like I'm not Michael B. Jordan. Like I'm Dose. Like they definitely mess with that.
It's a compliment, bro. Like they say he looks like Lionel Richie. That's not a bad comparison.
Dude, it is a bad
That is
comparison.
not.
That's such a bad comparison.
When they say it look like Steph, I was just like, all right, bet.
You do got
I was like, all right, bet I'll take that.
Steph.
I mean, I heard Arthur coming up.
Anthony.
I can see that. I definitely can see
Car
that.
Anthony Towns.
No, Anthony Davis actually.
Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
With the glasses too.
Yeah.
When he was a kid?
When he was a kid,
Yeah,
yeah.
when he was a kid, yeah. And I didn't have any hair, but I had a bald fade. So I look like Chris Brown, I look like T.I., I look like everybody.
Every light skin.
Every light skin book I look like.
Hey, I remember a white girl said I looked like Denzel Washington one time.
What?
Wow.
Wow, yeah, that's crazy.
I was like,
There's a
"Ah, you're tweaking."
That's disrespectful.
If anything,
She was
if
really still- I was like,
anything, bro, you got TJ from Smart Guy.
Hey, hold
All right, guys, we gotta let those go, man. I appreciate you for coming
It
on,
was
bro.
fun hanging out with y'all, man.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate it.
We're gonna have to do it again for a longer time the next time.
Absolutely.
100%, guys. So we got Drive Slow by Kanye West featuring Paul Wall. Good throwback. We'll be right back here tonight. I've been trying to get this man for a very long time, really since I got on the radio.
Yeah.
And this man is a Lake County legend, one of the most
Damn.
respected men around. Oh, 100%.
Oh, okay.
One of the most respected men around, without a doubt, Darnell Rios. How you doing, big bro?
Hey, I'm winning always. That's just the saying, and I do say it to everybody. People look at that as a being sounding or being just weird when I say I'm winning all the time.
Man, I have such respect, admiration for you, man.
Appreciate it.
And I'm just so glad you're here. Where did you get that such a positive mindset from?
Well, it was when you go into a dark space, you gotta come out shining somehow, some way. So there's some reflection and some self-assessing and some self-evaluating that you do go through when you are in a dark space. And when you come out of there, you got a decision to make to whether or not you're gonna be the shine, the light to others, or you're just gonna continue to be negative in that dark space. So that's where I got it from. And we all got a story. My story is really heavy, but at the same time, I've made it my motivation to where I want to pass it on to others because they're going through stuff too. So it's just positivity all day long because that's what I do. I operate on that level.
That's key.
That's super key.
Absolutely.
And I don't think people understand the power of manifestation and how you speak things you want into existence.
Oh, you definitely can, man. It's always, that's what it is. It's just like when I was having a conversation just now, man. I was intrigued and I wanted to be in tune with that. But that's the thing that a lot of us as even young men are, we're not attracted to. We don't want to have that conversation. So,
Why do you think that is?
Communication is different, man. It's a new era, man. You can text, you can do all these different things without having an actual conversation. So people don't want to have that actual conversation because, they don't vibe like that. The energy's not, the same for everybody. The perceptions is different. Y'all just had that conversation earlier. People have these different perceptions of each other. So I don't want to sit down with you because you might sound weird.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to have that conversation because you might say something I don't really like. But we can agree, disagree. It's okay.
Exactly.
But it's all healthy at the end of the day. But people don't see it that way.
100%.
Yeah.
You do a lot.
I do.
Oh, don't play. Don't play.
Do I?
What exactly? Do you have a title for yourself in everything that you do?
No, I just have it to where I'm an entrepreneur, speaker. I'm an entrepreneur, speaker, mentor, inspirational leader, empowerment coach. I don't really have an actual title. That's just what I do, and I want to come in and inspire and affect people in a way that they've never been before.
When did you officially kickstart all those things you just listed?
Probably about 10 years ago, about 10, 11 years ago. Just found a knack for doing it, and it just tapped into my gift and dug a little deeper. So that's where I found out.
Out of all those, which one means the most to you?
leaving, honestly, I didn't even say, just leaving a legacy. Leaving a legacy. That's the one most important thing to me. It's just something to operate on every single day, and then just passing on love to everyone that I come into contact with. So the energy I bring into an empty space, I hope that it's positive and loving at the same time. So that's what I'm doing.
Now, you mentioned you came from a dark place. If you can, what are some of the things that put you in that dark place? Speak in that dark place a little bit if you can.
Okay. Well, first of all, not having a biological father there to begin with, not being led a certain way to, as a man should lead his son. My mom coming from a foreign country. She's from Panama. She came over here. Oh yeah, actually.
I know that.
I'll tap into it right now. My actual biological father is Mexican. Okay. My mother is Panamanian. She's from Panama.
Ah, okay.
No one knew that. A lot of
No,
people
I did not know that.
So just that, what she came with, the little things that she did know when she came here and passing it on to me, and him not being there as well. I mean, just a lot of trial and error as far as things I wanted to do that I shouldn't have done, but it just led me into a space where it felt like it was comfortable after a while. And once I got older, I was like, I mastered doing dumb stuff. And so the dumb stuff that I did do just continue to accumulate. You're not thinking that it's doing anything or affecting you or the others that's around you, but it became comfortable. And before you know it, you like, I'm not going anywhere, I'm not progressing, I'm not doing anything. And so you go into a space where it's like, what is this? Do I want to be here? Why am I here? And what I came to the conclusion of is I put myself here. My decisions, the things I did, the things I said, the people I disrespected, the love I wasn't passing on, just not being the person that I was saying or quote unquote looking as. I wasn't doing those things. So, yeah.
Now, when you finally realized you're kind of in that lowest of lows, can you kind of expand a little bit on like what you did to get out of that and to get to where you're at right now in life?
Self-reflection. The things that you do, whether they're good or bad, you gotta kind of sit in it. So I sat in it, and it's one of those things where I don't swear anymore. So it's
right.
You've made this mess and it stinks. So it's like I had to self-reflect and sit in it, and it just smelled real bad. And after a while, you know what? You just gotta navigate through it and clean it up to where it starts to smell a little bit better, like some Fabuloso or something. So after a while, it was like Fabuloso. Before that, it was kind of like, I don't want to say what it was.
Yeah. 100%.
So self-reflection, self-evaluation, self-assessing yourself. People don't do that enough. And that's how I navigated and got through it, and that's why I sit down.
Yeah, and that makes sense when you say people don't do that enough, because I feel like a lot of people don't want to kind of have that conversation with themselves.
Absolutely.
Because it's really hard, especially when you've done so much to so many other people, and you kind of have to sit there and think about, okay,
Absolutely.
like how bad of a person I really am.
I was a horrible person.
Yeah.
And once I was able to accept that and address it to myself, then I was able to just get over it and then come out of it shining. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the biggest lesson that you've learned?
The biggest lesson that I've learned?
The one that's stuck with you the most, and when you learn, what is the biggest lesson that you've learned?
The biggest lesson that I've learned is that I'm put here for a reason. And now that I've tapped into it, I have a job to do. I have something that I have to give to this world before it's my time to go. So the lesson I learned was I have a job to do while I'm here.
That is, I feel like that's a lesson you can only learn that comes with time. A lot of times we look for answers to things in life really quick. We want things really fast.
Of course, especially now.
Yeah, 100%. But you're not a spring chicken. You built like one. You in better shape than everybody in the room.
Yeah, 100%.
So you look like one, and you move like one.
Well, I just turned 40, man, but I don't feel like it.
You don't look like one.
You don't look it.
You look cool 26.
Somebody told me Saturday I looked like I was 25. I was like, yes.
I can see it too, man, honestly.
Yeah, so I just turned 40 years old. Yeah.
Talk about your workout regimen.
Talk about the workout regimen. Well, there was a time where weights was the big thing. You want to look big. You want to just be the one in the weight room, and you want to look amazing. After a while, as I started to get older and just understand like working out and fitness, I get more into cardio. So even today, I ran 2.5 miles. I did 500 push-ups. I did 500 in and out abs. And
You did what?
yeah, and then I did about 150 squats. So I try to do total body, but I try to do it to the point where it's like I'm working myself to a failure to another level. So the next time I come back, I can work harder than that one. So that's what I do every single day. And I love doing it when it's super, super adverse situations. So say for instance, it's 100 degrees outside. Oh, I'm working out.
Yeah.
I'm outside. And most people are like, oh, I'm going to the weight room. Nah, I ain't doing that. I need to get with the elements. So
Yeah.
that's what I did. That's kind of like a norm now. So I do a lot of cardio. I don't really lift that much weights unless it's winter time.
That's crazy.
What?
What time of day do you get up?
I get up about 4:30 every day.
Every day?
Yeah, every single day. Yeah.
Man, I need to get on that schedule.
You got it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna.
You need that peace in the morning, man, and that's the best time to do it. So I do meditation in the morning. I stretch in the morning for sure. That's become a habit. And get my morning tea. Gotta have some tea in the morning. And then get on my social media platforms because I use it in a positive way. And I just check what's good and what's bad and how can I check in and tap into some people and inspire and motivate and impact people. So
Yeah.
that's just my morning right there in itself. Then I'm off to work, which I really don't want to do. I really want to
Say that again, man.
I really want to. That's why I'm getting heavy into entrepreneurship because I want to have ownership and I want to leave my legacy to my kids and my family. So that's a big thing for me. And you know, I believe 40 now. That's my year. So this is like my January 1.
Nice.
If that makes sense.
Yeah,
That's a great mentality.
This is my 40 is my year. 40 is for sure my year.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Can you speak on some of the plans you got coming yet, or is it all in the rack right now?
No, absolutely. I'm gonna get connected with a few schools to do an after school mentoring program. You guys will be involved. You all will too. And
Okay, cool.
absolutely, I'll definitely tap into and bring y'all in there because kids need to see that. I do want. I've sent out probably 800 packages to different schools in the Illinois or country to tap in and speak to them and get some speaking gigs. And I've gotten some feedback from that from a lot of principals and athletic directors just narrowing down, contracts and numbers and things like that. I do want to sell apparel. I sell apparel. At the same time, that's part of the entrepreneurship as well. But those are kind of the things that I do want to do moving forward. And something similar to this, I'm going to be starting a podcast as well, and getting on all the social media platforms and just tapping into that avenue of what's the word? Better finances through the social media platform because it's right there for the taking, and a lot of us don't see it as much as we should.
Oh yeah.
So
100%.
working on a few different things.
That's amazing. One thing I noticed about you, not only are you disciplined, but you're very well planned out.
Am I?
Yeah.
Seems like it.
Well,
Yeah, it seems like it. From what we see, what we hear, it seems
well,
like it.
it wasn't like that for a while, and I had to invest in a few different coaches as far as them doing it on a higher level. And once I got connected to them, they gave me like blueprints of how to go about moving forward with this. And there was a time where I was like scatterbraining everywhere where I shouldn't be. And once you just first master a lane and a level, then you can like venture out and move forward. But if you don't master that lane and that level, that gift that you do have, you're gonna be all over the place, and you're gonna be so spread thin that you ain't gonna have the energy you needed to do what you want to do. Yeah. So that's how I got to that. It wasn't like this before. Trust me, I was a little bit everywhere trying to be, He-Man, so to speak. But then you run out of energy, and you're just not getting what you really want out of it.
I feel like I'm hitting that now.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I'm not the only one.
Master your lane for sure. Master the lane, and if this is your craft, master it to the point where it's like y'all see it every single day. Get on IG, man. You see people doing this right here every day, doing it big too. So I wouldn't. This could be even bigger if you think about it.
Yeah,
That's
I'll put a whole lot more to this for sure. This is a dope.
it is, and we thank you. We appreciate that.
Absolutely.
It's just my thing is one discipline for sure. That's like my hardest thing. I'll be straight up with you.
Yeah.
But it's knowing that I'm in one lane and I'm doing one thing, and I gotta focus getting better on that. But not only is it distractions, it also feels like because I'm young, I got this energy. I can go and I can do 17 different things.
No. You don't want that. No.
But I feel like I can. You know what I'm saying?
Bring that energy right back to this. You said if this is what you do, this is what you need to master. You can do it at a higher level. There's something you haven't tapped into yet. That's all.
I hope so.
Yeah, I know so.
I'm burned out.
No, you're
I'm
not.
tired. Not burned out. It is. I'm just tired. Just life's hitting me. That's all.
Like, and it's all that other stuff outside of what you really, really want to do. It's those different pressures we have to have. You know, we got to go to work and pay bills. Come on, man. We don't like doing that.
Nope.
None of us do.
No.
And then, not to say any numbers on here, but the job that you may work, is it paying you who you are worth? The value of who you are?
Not even a little bit.
Won't say any numbers again, but stuff like this right here, I've seen numbers before, and it's doing big things.
Mm-hmm.
And they do this every day, all day. So we just got to figure out how to tap into that lane, man. Once we get there, we'll be all right.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
No, stop trying. Do me a favor. Stop trying. Stop trying.
Okay, I got you.
It's already in you.
I got you.
You've already started, so continue doing it. Y'all stop trying. Just do it.
I got you.
That's what Nike said.
Yeah.
It is.
They look, they got that little slogan and killing it. Come on, man. We could have thought of that.
Honestly, just do it.
Now, who are some of your mentors?
Oh, I got, man, several. Well, number one, I would say is my father, who I call my father. He came in and he's a stepdad, but I call him my father. He's my dad. So I would say him, number one, be based upon his work ethic, his ambition, his drive, the things he's showed me without even talking back then. Mentors, it's a lot. I'll be honest with y'all. The kids that I tap into, I say they're my mentors because they've taught me so much about myself. They taught me so much about myself to the level of I've grown so much more pouring into them that they've given it back to me and they have no idea. So I shout out to everybody I've come into contact with as far as the kids I've come across, the people I've coached, and of that nature. They've given me so much, and it's a lot of times where they don't get that recognition of being thought of as a mentor. So they're mentors to me. So I would say for them those are the biggest ones for sure. Outside of that, I mean, it's people you follow. We all know Eric Thomas.
Yeah.
He's somebody I follow, but if you follow him too much, you start emulating. I don't want to emulate him, but he is definitely a great mentor, so to speak. He's not somebody that I talk to on a regular basis. Another person for sure is Derek Lee, Dean at Zion High School.
Oh, Mr. Leaves. It's weird hearing his first name. It was like, who is
When I was going through a rough patch in the dark space, he was definitely a person that definitely poured into me a lot of information. And I credit him a lot for where I am now. And there's times where he even tell me now, he's like, man, you crazy, you doing too much. I'm like, you did this. You the one poured into me to do this.
Yeah.
So definitely he's a mentor of mine, and outside of that, the highest power above, man, that's the mentor. If I can be like that, if I can operate on that level every single day, I'll be amazing. But it's hard to get to that level. That's some self-discipline right there.
Yeah.
That's on another planet for sure. So
literally.
I would say the most is the kids, the people that I pour into every day. They are my mentors because they give me so much back. And it don't even have to be words. It can just be stuff that I see. For instance, who you had on before, if I see him and the things he's doing, we used to talk about when I used to give him a ride home. So when he's doing it, everybody's like, oh, Devonn is amazing. And I'm like, I already knew that. So I tap into him, send him a message like, what's next? Because I know he can keep going. So for me, that's my mentor. He's inspiring me to go, I gotta do more. If he's doing more, I'm gonna do twice as much as him. So it's just mentors of mine, the kids that I do come into contact with.
What is the foundation for you just as Rios the man? Like, what is one of your core principles? So one of the roots of your tree.
Self-discipline. Self-discipline and consistency. You have to be self-disciplined. If it is something that you want, if it's something that you want to accomplish, if it is something that you are looking to get, you want, whether it be a relationship, whether it be financial, whether it be a car, home, some kind of career, whatever it is, you have to be self-disciplined. You have to do it every single day, even if you don't feel like it. Even when you tired, exhausted, you have to be self-disciplined to keep going. Because the people we look up to, the people we look at as far as them being successful, that is what drives them, and that's what's continuing to move them in directions that we want to be in. So I have to be, it's something I live on, that principle of self-discipline and consistency for sure. Doing it every single day. Every single day. Even when you don't feel like it.
Now, when you say self-discipline, I know a lot of people probably listening understand that, you know, but I feel like some people may just kind of find it hard to kind of get into that mode.
Mm-hmm.
So when you were down and you finally chose that you need to become a lot more disciplined, was it just kind of like an automatic, like, okay, from now on I'm doing this, or was it a slow progression into you becoming more and more disciplined?
Definitely a slow progression.
Yeah.
You know, you have to, as you're taking those steps forward, you got to get rid of those things that are in your way.
Right.
You got to declutter.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lot of clutter in my way. So by moving that things out of the way, that's when I was able to self-discipline even more.
Right.
To get to where I wanted to be.
Yeah.
So it took some time. It took some time for sure. And y'all on your way.
Oh yeah.
Y'all definitely on your way. Devonn is coming a long way. I remember when he was a shorty. That long time ago. I used to think he couldn't sit still or nothing.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I used to be in the barbershop like, dude, sit down.
I hated Vern for that, man. And like, it's funny because the first time I went to the Campbell's barbershop, shout out to them. I think they've cut every person in this room here. Do you go to Campbell's room?
Huh? No, he ain't been out here.
Everyone in this room has gone to Campbell's for the most part. But it's just like, I remember the first time I went there, Vern was trying to cut my hair, and I was like, "You don't touch me," and I was spazzing out. You know the when I got home?
I bet you did, because I know your mom made it.
Yeah, man.
You definitely did.
I know I got the brakes beat off me. That was a joke, bro.
Your mom has checked me several times.
I believe it.
Oh, no question. I'm like, the first time she ever did it, I'm like, who is it? You know what? You right. You right.
Yeah.
So I can credit her too for some things that I've done better.
That sounds about right.
For sure.
Right.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. After that, we'll be right back with the main man, Darnell Rios. Thank you. Rios, my man.
Absolutely. All day long.
Thank you so much for coming on, man.
For sure.
I really do appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all.
Oh yeah.
Y'all with me, man.
Yeah.
This is pretty dope to me. Absolutely. Y'all doing great things, man. I can feel y'all energy, man. It's definitely vibing right now.
We definitely appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Whenever I see you on social media, it always kind of just reminds me to kind of get back on what I need to do.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, you get caught on the phone, you get caught scrolling, and I see it, like, and you hear it, you're like, that's right. And you always talk about something positive, so I'm like,
every single day.
check out this phone.
Like put my phone down, lock it.
Yeah,
turn it
man.
off.
Or even if you on the phone, man, you can just still do positive things. But if people think that it is a distraction for sure, but then you can still do some positive things.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's there.
Yeah.
You gotta use it. That's why I use it. I love social media. People are like, I hate it. For what? It's got me connected with so many people.
Mm-hmm.
So I love it.
You're in a weird era, though. You're in a spot, and our boxing coach, Justin, shout out to DBB, he says he's in a weird area where he grew up. I think you guys are on the same age. He grew up in an area where there was no social media.
Absolutely.
And now he's living in an area where it's at its height.
Yep.
So how does that feel for you?
Well, it depends on how you navigate through it. So I've been able to navigate through the social media. If you want the negative, you post the negative, it's gonna come back to you.
100%.
But if you
100%.
get on there and you are who you say you are, and then people see that in person, you definitely get that back too as well. So that's why you never see nothing negative on my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Never. You'll never see that. And if you do, you know somebody hacked my stuff. For sure. Because outside of that, you're going to see positive every single day. Because I'm just self-disciplined to do so, because when I didn't have it, when I was reaching out to somebody, there was no social media to do that. So you kind of had to go outside and figure out who was going to get that to you. Now, I just give it because I might change somebody's day. How you doing? What's going on? I might send a message out that might trigger you to do some more.
Shit.
Absolutely. So that's what it's there for.
That's huge. That's really huge. I know a lot of people, especially like our generation, the younger kids, like they just get so caught up in social media and trying to be something that they're not.
Of course.
You know, and posting pictures, you know, with certain filters and angles, this look better. And then they are wondering why they're so sad when they look at themselves in the mirror.
Press.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're not putting their true selves out there. They're trying to be something that they're not.
Put the costume on. They put the costume on social media. Social media allows you to put the costume on and hide everything. But
Oh yeah.
I see right through those things.
Yeah.
And that's why I go in the inboxes and I'm like, what's going on? There's a problem. Like when I see something, I'm gonna check it. Especially if I know you and I know I can help. But after a while, if you ain't really gonna reciprocate that back and won't help, then I'm just gonna let it be. But a lot of times, like you said, I navigate through the clown suit.
Yeah.
Yep. What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. And a lot of people aren't doing that.
Now, how is becoming, and you obviously, you know, you're married and you are a father. When that happened for you, how did that change you when you started having a family?
Well, if you want to get deep now, so I'm gonna let it be, and I don't mind sharing, and I will share. I have 3 kids
Okay.
of my own by 3 different women.
Okay.
I got one by marriage, and you know, I kind of was repeating that same cycle that my biological father was doing to me.
Okay.
For the longest time, because it was all about me. I was just sitting there. I really got in a dark space when I got selfish. It was all about me.
Mm-hmm.
And so, as I started to grow and come out of that space, I started to get better. And at this current day, I'm still working on being the father that I should be. Because I connect with everyone else, and I need to be connected with my own kids the same way. But the biggest thing that happened to me was when I did get married to my wife right now. 9 years in, 6 years married.
Congrats.
Beautiful, beautiful. My wife, she's amazing. She is amazing. When I say that, I mean she is going to check me at all times and keep me on my toes. And I always have to stay steps ahead. And I feel like when I'm steps ahead, I ain't even enough ahead. It's like, dang, I gotta do something else. But at the same time, she brought the best out of me. She's definitely inspired me. She has no idea. She's probably on right now watching this. She's brought a love to me that I've never had in my life before. And because of that, I have to reciprocate it and give her back 10 times. And so it is my job, my duty to make her the queen that she should be and make sure her crown is shined up every single day. Every single day.
I want something like that.
Yeah, that was beautiful to hear, man. I was
I
like, man.
I'll say it.
I'll say it on the air too. She know it. At the same time, you know, she get on my nerves.
Of course, naturally.
But at the same time, the way she gets on my nerves is like, I'm not gonna leave the house. I'm gonna go downstairs.
Yeah.
Because if I say I'm leaving, then she like, where you going? I'm like, I'm just gonna go downstairs and turn on ESP and I'll be all right.
Right.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely, man. She's a beautiful woman, inside and out, and I can't thank her enough for the man she has helped me to be. Yeah.
Behind every strong man is a stronger woman.
Oh, she's amazing. She's more than strong. She's like She-Ra, if y'all know who that is. Also, I'm like He-Man. She's like She-Ra.
I'm gonna act like I know that.
I know you too.
Y'all gonna have to Google it.
Yeah.
Y'all have to Google it for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she's amazing. She's amazing.
I was looking at, everyone always talks about Barack. Michelle,
Yeah.
gangster. She gotta be
Yeah.
gangster. Her husband's the president.
Oh, my wife? What? Her favorite movie is Set It Off. She like one of them. Oh yeah, she's like one of those. She is gangsta. What? Capital G. So
My mom too. So I can already envision it.
definitely.
And she don't discriminate.
Uh-huh.
It could be we in public.
Oh.
Different times he'll be over the house and she'll kick him out for something I said.
Many times.
Times. And I get fired off for something I said. I'm just thinking like, what does it matter? It's like, it's what I said. I'm just like, well, what?
That's one reason why I can't go to the store with my wife. Because she's so direct and I'm more peaceful. She's more the other side. So we could be in line, say somebody cut us off. Oh. And I'm like, let me walk away because it's gonna get real bad.
Yeah.
She's gonna address it right there. For me, it'd be like, you know what? Never mind. Go ahead. You might want her to be there before me. That's just me. Her, she finna let you know right there, and she don't care if you get mad, your face turn up. It don't even matter. She gonna give it right back to you tenfold. So it's one of those, we got that balance with us. So that's what it makes it so beautiful.
Yeah,
too.
you guys even each other out.
Absolutely, 100%.
That's great.
100%.
Were you always that peaceful and cool, calm, collected?
Wasn't.
No.
No. I was so selfish that I wanted everything to go my way. I wanted everything to be the way I wanted it. And so me being that way, whoever I came into contact with, wherever I was, I wanted to be above you, ahead of you, or just that's not yours, that's mine. So no, I wasn't always that way. And the higher power will break you down to nothing. And when you go down to nothing, you figure out real quick, that you need to humble yourself so you can be a better person. So for sure, I wasn't like that. Nope.
It's crazy that you say that. That's how you were, and now you're no longer like that. Again, just talking about from our generation, I feel like a lot of people kind of have the mentality of it's me before them.
Of course.
And again, you see a lot of kids now just feeling just so like drained and out of it because they're of that mentality again. And it's crazy how I think this might be one of like the best interviews we've had that we needed, because you're talking from a standpoint that I feel like a lot of us are at right now,
of course,
or are headed towards, and just to hear that your story to get out of that and what you've done, I think it's doing really big things. So it's just really great to hear that.
All of y'all sitting right here got a story. I know it. Y'all probably haven't even let it out. There's some things that y'all going through personally that y'all really don't even know. And one of those things where I just tap into the root of who you are. I can see you on the surface. That's cool. I want to tap into the root of who you are, because there's something there that I can connect with and maybe help you do or evolve into something better than what you currently are. That's why I say, stop trying to do something, just do it. I'm tapping into the root. People just say, keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. Nah, I'm gonna give you that one punch to the gut, like get to the root of what's going on, figure it out, get through it, overcome it. Because every one of us in here going through something, even me. But I express myself, I talk about it. I got on Sundays, I got the winter circle. We get amongst men and we have conversation. And when we get amongst each other, we can have a conversation to where I thought I knew you, but I really didn't know you. Mm-hmm. Like I've known you for years, and then you start sharing things and I'm like, what? Where'd that come from?
Yeah.
So we hide behind those filters, so to speak. But I definitely can connect with the ones of this generation and the ones of my generation too. So I feel like I got the best of both worlds. I ain't gonna be like, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Yeah. I got way more than y'all.
Well, it's easy for you because you bridge the gap. One, it's your personality.
For sure.
And, really, I don't think you would be any other person. Like whatever path you took in life, whether you decided to be an accountant, I don't think that would really fit your personality.
Right.
Like, I can only see you doing this. This is the only thing I ever see you doing.
Yeah.
And like the way your personality is, I always think it's dope how, like you said, you bridge between the old heads.
Absolutely.
And then us.
Absolutely.
And then that bridge in between.
Absolutely.
And then because you're cool with us, all our little brothers and cousins and nephews and nieces see you, they're like, oh yeah, that's real.
Yeah. That's real. They don't even know my first name.
No, nobody. I didn't know your first name for a very long time. I'll be honest with you.
But you used to think that was my first name.
I didn't know that until like my junior year of high school. My mom told me. Because everyone used to call you Rios. Oh, we're doing the Rios smile, which was death. Oh, God. Bro, that was a joke. You knew you were official when they put it in gym class. And you weren't even the teacher.
Yeah.
Crazy thing about that is, I never named it. I didn't do none of that. I used to just come to the field, use the stairs and run because I wanted to do something harder to challenge my own self. And the more I did, the more the kids was like, hey, that's a Rios smile. I'm like, all right. Yeah. Now, one day when my wife said I should get that trademark because they do use it at the school now.
Why not?
I know.
Yeah, might as well.
Might as well at this point. And I
don't even like doing it now. No.
Why, it's so easy?
I was gonna say, yeah.
It's not even that. It's just like, it's kind of boring now to me. I need something extra with it.
I still struggle with it. I mean, I haven't ran like that in a very long time. So
Yeah.
I probably started with that.
Hey, it's good work. It's a whole body.
Now, you worked at a lot of high schools in the area. Mm-hmm. Which ones have you all worked at?
I worked at Zion.
Mm-hmm.
I did 8 years there, 4 years in the alternative program there, and then I worked at Round Lake for 2. Mm-hmm. But those are the only 2 high schools that I've been to. But I've worked as far as training with other schools in the area, as far as Gurney, which is Warren, and then Antioch as well. So I've gotten around. I know a lot of different, coaches and people. I network a lot. I've worked at a middle school, and I currently work at elementary school.
You brought up that Antioch team. Did you work with them this year, that football team?
Yes, I did.
There was some bad boys.
They still bad.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh yeah.
Because I called with the other station 98.3. We called football games.
Yeah. And
I'm like, these dudes are bad.
Oh, they got a quarterback right now.
Anything Cadillac Menace.
Oh, he is.
Dude is
serious.
6'6", like junior,
He's
sophomore,
a junior.
and his brother's a wide receiver, who's like 6'5".
Oh.
Them boys bad.
Wow.
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
He has several offers already.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
My nephew keeps me in the loop.
And then, me and the coach, Coach Glass out there, we really close. We really tight. I can text and call, whatever.
And I was sitting there and I'm calling the games, and I was talking to my nephew about it because my nephew goes to Grace Lake, and then he mentioned how you were working with him.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that makes a lot of sense because it was everything from O-line, defense, it's just overall strength conditioning. They were out conditioning these dudes. They were out playing them, everything. And when they mentioned that you work with them, I'm like, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. When I come there, they give me all the energy back. I love it. I got their full attention. They love when I come. Some of them hate it because it's like, oh, here go Rios.
I know I did. When I saw you coming, I was like, oh.
Ask Dose over here. It used to be like, oh, here comes Rios.
Go home.
So a lot of some of the Antioch kids, I can hear them when I get out of the car. It's like, oh, here go Rios. Yeah. So, but at the same time, they give me that same energy back. I love when I go. It's amazing. It's amazing what they put out there. And then the one thing that got me was when I did a training with them and I put it on them, and every one of them shook my hand. I never shook 60, 70 hands in my life in a 5-minute segment. Never done that in my life. But all of them did it. And that connection, obviously I was doing the right thing. I brought the right energy, the right vibe. Right. So I try to do it in every space I go to.
Which age range do you think you hit the best?
As far as
kids, like is it high school?
I would say high school. I love high school. High school has a better understanding. I can kind of navigate a little bit more to where the things I do say, they'll understand, and then they can give me some stuff back. I work at elementary school now. If I'm talking to a first grader, it's like,
yeah.
But if I say, hey, I need you to act right for 5 days and I'll give you some chips on Friday, boom, I got it. So it's a little different. So I like to where I'm able to communicate and talk. So I like the high school level. Middle school is cool too. Depends on how you get them, but high school for sure.
Yeah, that's what's up. And I'm sure you can't tell a first grader to do the Rio smile.
No,
that might be a little child abuse.
Yeah.
It might be something that can do it though. Some of them need it, to be honest.
Oh yes, 100%. But in today's day and age, you know, you send somebody's kid to run a mile. Oh my God.
They call it a school then.
Oh yeah.
They call it a school for sure.
100%.
Absolutely.
Now, as being one of the leaders in the community, what's one thing you push a lot for us to hear? And I don't know if you even consider yourself a leader in the community, just as someone on the outside looking in. Being as someone who has more of a prominent voice than a lot of other people, what's something you always make sure you push to us?
Love, love, love. To where us as men, we don't express it enough to where we say it to each other.
Yeah.
It's like, most men say, love you. That don't mean nothing. Say, I love you. Means more. It says more. It don't make it a weird conversation or a weird situation. But when you're able to express that, that might save a life, that might change a life. That makes a difference. If we can operate on that, as a leader, that's what I operate on every single day. I'm operating on the level of love every single day. Now, I might come, where it's a little hard, a little rough at times, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna pull you to the side and say, I love you. And be it that I do, I need you to do more. I need you to tap in a little further. So if I can tap in that way, because they don't get that even at home. Kids that go home, they don't even have that conversation with their parents. Let alone now they're saying, I love you. They're not saying that. My mom said that to me. I went over there yesterday. She said it like 30 times. I'm 40 years old. She said it like 30 times. So just operating and expressing, that's how I lead, just by off of love, that energy alone, period. Because it conquers everything. So I don't never hate. I don't have no evil in me. I get myself away from that. If there's some negative energy, I can move away and I can already feel it. So either I'm gonna drop something into that little circle where there might be negative of love, and I'm gonna drop it and walk away. Maybe that might change the dynamic of who they are and what they've been doing. Yep.
That's powerful, man.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah, y'all should do that. Most men don't do that. How many men you know do that?
I definitely express myself.
Yeah.
Sometimes a little too much, to tell you the truth. But I definitely do. And it's crazy you brought that up because when I was younger, my dad had a travel sports job.
Of course.
I
know.
Yeah. Oh, duh.
Yeah.
Well, I guess people were listed. My dad had a travel sports job. Every week we'd be on the phone. He'd be somewhere across the country, Canada, wherever. And he always told me he loved me.
Yep.
And I didn't think much of it coming up.
Of course.
But now that we're older and he still travel, I still say, all right, every time I leave the house, I tell my parents I love them. And now looking back at it, I realize how important it is.
Absolutely.
It's really a staple in my whole family.
Yeah.
Whether my sister-in-law, my brother, everybody. We always tell we love each other.
Because there's so much negativity going on, we gotta do something different. We gotta change the narrative, and we gotta break the cycle.
Especially among us as Black people.
Absolutely.
We hold each other down a lot. Just like we were talking about just off air and what they were doing to us on Twitter.
Yeah.
Even though we're really trying to help.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
what do you think some things that are holding back the Black community?
Negativity and evil. The historic brainwashing that we got long ago that's still prevalent to today.
Yeah.
And we not reprogramming, refreshing ourselves, and having a better perception of the person or the man, the woman across from me, and able to operate out of that level of love, as opposed to me coming to you and I see you, oh, you look weird. You're light skinned. Your hair is too long and you need to cut your face. As opposed to saying, hey, Devonn, how you doing, man? What's going on? How you feeling? So the thing that's in the way is negativity and evil. It's too much of it. It's too common and it's happening to where it's being promoted every single day. It's amazing how a viral video of a fight can go million views within minutes. If I put one up about a positive message, I might get 40 views. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
I see it all the time.
Stop it.
Happens to me a lot.
Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of positive messages out there that get a lot of views for sure. But if I go the same time as a fight video, so to speak, I'm not gonna get any views. They're gonna look at me like, oh, that's lame. But this over here, hot. How? So that being pushed into these young kids and our community, that the negativity and evil is just there. And that just historically, we haven't navigated through the mess. And we refuse to confront it and talk about it. No one wants to talk about it. No one wants to talk about it. It's just like talking about racism. No one wants to sit across from a person who's supposedly racist because now I'm gonna get defensive or evil. I don't want to do that. Why are you like that? It's just like now, people, Trump. Okay, I don't even listen to that dude. What am I listening to him for? Why am I giving my energy? So, it's a lot of negativity and evil that's just set before us and a lot of stuff that we need to declutter. Yeah. I'll tell you another thing, mental health.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
Mental health.
Huge. Growing up in the hood. Not me personally, but I know certain things. You do grow up in the hood, you see things, you see your friends dying, you see maybe somebody strung out on drugs. It's a form of PTSD when you get older. And nobody, especially black men, definitely want to talk about it.
I'll tell you another one that people say a lot of, somebody could die in your family and you young, and they say, I'll just forget about it. But you don't forget about it. Mm-hmm. It still festers within you because you've not communicated that situation and how it made you feel. Mm-hmm. No one's having those conversations. And then when it's time to have the conversation, the action has already been done and it could either be detrimental, you could be life-threatening, and now it's like, oh, we need to address it now. No, it happened a long time ago, but y'all didn't see the writing on the wall. So now that's why I go to the root of the kids. You might seem like a person's behavior, that's not normal. Why do you act that way? Oh man, I like doing this. No, you don't. You're performing like a clown. You have your costume on. Let me strip that of you and see who you really are. Yeah. So mental health for sure.
That's deep. Now you do so much and you're so vulnerable and you're so open, which is dope.
Absolutely.
Are you ever afraid?
Avoid. No. You know what? When I went to my dark space and I finally got out, this happened some years ago.
Yeah.
I'm not right now at this point. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid at all of anything. I'm not even afraid to die now because I know I am going to die. But before I go, I'm going to die empty. That's what I'm going to do. That's my mission. That's my goal. To leave something behind and die empty. For sure. So I'm never afraid of anything. I used to be.
See, and that's me now. I'm a little afraid.
Of what?
I don't know.
Yourself.
I think that's what it is.
You did. You've created this ego in this person in front of you. That's all. You throw punches at the person you've created.
And it's like, that makes a lot of sense.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, I see the things I can accomplish. I see things that hold me back. And I almost feel afraid to break my own barriers because I don't know what's on the other side of that wall.
100%.
You know what's on the other side? It's a lot of winning over there. And it ain't always going to look shiny and glittery and all that good stuff. It might look a little dull, but it's winning over there because guess what? You broke through the first barrier. Just like playing a video game. How you gonna get to the next level? What, you afraid to beat the first level? Come on, man. You better start hitting R1 and X some more. I don't know what you're gonna do, but there's something over there. You might not like the level you get to, but it's something there.
No cheat code, huh?
No cheat code. The only cheat code I got, this is my cheat code, is just get uncomfortable. That's the cheat code I got. I give that to a lot of people. The cheat code is get uncomfortable. Very simple, because don't nobody want to be uncomfortable. That's the problem you might be having with yourself.
That could be what it is because I'm so comfortable having some of these negative habits that I have.
Yeah.
Going to bed at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, having to be at work at 7 or 9, and eating a bunch of junk food, and not drinking healthy as I want to, not going to the gym as much as I want to. I'm comfortable here, so when I do these things, I know I can branch out and I go do it.
For sure.
Excuse me, and I'll go do it, and it's just like, I'm here. Maybe it's not what I expected because I had an expectation for it.
Uh-huh.
Or my feelings are not the same, or I'm nervous, and I clam up, and it's just like, all right, I'm just gonna coast because I'm not happy where I'm at, I'm not comfortable.
It's fine to coast. Where you coasting to?
I don't even know.
Back to your comfortable space?
Yeah.
To the couch?
Yeah.
Come on, man, get off the couch.
Yeah.
Turn a different TV show on, challenge yourself a little bit. Make your mind move a little different. Pick up a book, do something different. Yeah.
If I can just take something, and this is like you said, this is the best interview we've ever had.
Yeah.
Hands down.
I appreciate
Don't
that.
disrespect anybody else.
That's
We love
what's
y'all
up.
for coming on.
Yeah.
We do appreciate it.
Yeah.
But this one means a lot.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Especially just coming. And that's why you and someone else I really want to get on here. because you guys are such positive people, and what you guys are doing, I'm sure you know, is just changing the world.
That's my goal.
Now, what do you feel like your biggest strength is? Your strength, the thing that you're like the best at.
My biggest strength is
Besides you running in like 20-degree weather and not getting cold.
my biggest strength is seeing through the costume or the barrier. Behaviors I like behaviors because it tells me who you're not. You know, where like right now, like at risk or the impoverished areas, I like to get to the root. It's that my biggest strength is being able to converse with people that don't normally get that kind of conversation from people. Where you're poor, you don't have any money, you don't have this, I'm going to go talk to you because there is something that you can offer me, for sure, but then there's definitely something you were born to do and that you can offer the world. So if I can get to the root of that and make a difference, that's what I do best. That's definitely what I do best. And I'm able to just sit down and communicate on a higher level. Yeah.
That's powerful. One, I wish a lot more people had that mentality. You know, just kind of have to talk to people that you wouldn't necessarily talk to on a daily basis. And before we wrap up, I know we only got like 4 more minutes.
Yes, go.
What's just like if you can give like some advice just to people listening, you know, just to kind of lead a better life and just kind of get out of that place. Like, what would you tell them?
Google the cheat code. Get uncomfortable. Number 1. Number 2. Get rid of the clutter that's in your way and destroy the ego that you've self-created and the box that you've self-created to yourself. Get rid of those things because you've only done that in your own mind. Then number 3, you gotta have some discipline about yourself. Self-discipline, consistency, commitment, persistence, determination. All those things, they sound good as far as when you tweet them out and whatever it may be, but if you don't implement that in your daily life, chew on it, digest it, and let it come out of your body every single day, it's just there. So you destroy your self-ego, you declutter by those things, get those principles in your life before you get all that negativity and that garbage in your life and declutter.
All right, this is the last question, I promise.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
How do you find, you know, when you're doing stuff for people, you know, what you do, it's amazing, it comes from the heart. Has anyone ever given you any smoke for, even though you're doing stuff from the heart, to find that balance where you still have to make some type of income? Like, is that a hard balance for you? Because like you still do something, you still have a family to feed. You're still a person who needs to survive here in America. You do something from your heart. Is it a hard balance to find? Or do you ever find it hard to say, okay, well, I have to also be compensated for my services type thing? Is that a hard balance?
No, not at all. Not at all, because the services that you are compensated for, you do something with it. It's one of those things where if I'm demanding from you $1 million, but I'm gonna give back majority of that to somebody else less fortunate. So it's not hard. So if I ask for a certain amount of money, I'm giving that back tenfold. My wife knows that for sure. But I make sure all the priorities taken care of first. Of course, I want the finer things, but is it that important? Because I ain't taking it with me. So I gotta leave something better. And if that's putting it into somebody else less fortunate, that's what I'll do.
100%. We gotta get wrapped up. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah.
Again, where can people find you? Like, give them all your social medias.
Facebook, you can find me at Darnell Rios. Instagram, you can find me at Coach Rios 38. You can always also find me on LinkedIn at Coach Rios as well. I don't have the Snap anymore. I got rid of that, but those are where you can find me. And my website as well, www.darnellrios.com.
All right, guys. Young man.
You can find me on all social medias. Type in my name, Pierce Anderson. I will pop up. I'm only one of like 5 of them out there.
Devonn, I'm shooting on all platforms. YouTube and School Detention every Monday here on WLCB 101.5, 5 to 7 p.m. Thank you guys so much. You guys have a great week.